Hey there, it's Ken again, your friendly neighborhood life coach, trainer, extraordinaire to the stars. And we are on the next chapter of the Pillars of Health. So I actually made a second video about about nutrition. I want to piggyback on that really quick before I get into exercise, and you'll be the first to know, except for people that I live with. But I think I got the gout. It's sort of a genetic disorder, and it's an arthritis. And typical symptoms, just like my dad, big toe, unbelievable pain, can't even walk. They say a lot of it has to do with diet, but a lot of it's genetic. And as I am changing how I'm eating, it looks like I need to be headed more in that direction. So I'm going to have to continue to give up some of the foods that I've been trained or believe were necessary, and get protein from other sources, as well as just generally continuing to eat more fruits and vegetables. So I wanted you to know that, which is a great segue into today, which is exercise, which is movement. And the way that I want to go about this is this will probably be a couple parts. The first thing is, and I said movement because, you know, for hundreds, thousands of years, there weren't really gyms. People wouldn't intentionally run a marathon. I guess one guy did, Phidippides, and he died. So, but we were active and we moved a lot. Arms, legs, torso, neck, whatever, we moved. And so a lot's changed. We can put people on the moon. We have cars. We have different ways of getting places quickly, doing things quickly, and that has resulted in a reduction in activity. So I was talking to one guy that I know, and he actually restores furniture. And he was telling me what he does during the day as far as activity, and it would wipe out most of us. So the stuff that I recommended to him were things that would supplement his 10-hour work days. Because there's always something you can do. But if you're busting your ass 10 hours a day, then you know, and your heart rate's up, maybe you don't need to do so much cardio. But anyway, that's just an example. So increasing your activity is a good start. If you drive everywhere, maybe you should walk someplace. Maybe you should ride your bike. That adds up. Just think, if you did 15 minutes a day over the course of a year, what is that? 765 billion minutes? Something a lot if you're doing 15 minutes a day. Just that's it. It adds up. But the other thing with activity is, what do you like to do, and what are your specific goals? If you're a professional football player, like we were talking about, professional football player in different positions and what you would need to eat to be the right weight size for that position, that's different. But so let's just say that you're not like a professional athlete. Let's say you're not a professional dancer. Let's just say, you got a regular job, sit behind a desk, you're in your car a lot. Let's say something like that. Let's say you're middle age. Because all these things, there's so many variables, so many variables. So I have to talk in generalities. So if this doesn't apply to you, I'm going to be speaking to some of those specifics in other videos. But for this, is just generalities. You want to increase movement. You want to increase what you do during the day physically. If you like going to the gym, go to the gym. If you like playing tennis, play tennis. Racquetball, shoot hoops, surf, yoga, Pilates, dance, hiking, climbing, walking. Increase it. Our schedules are pretty tight these days, so if you can get in a half hour, 45 minutes a day or every other day, that'll really, really help. So, I'll break it down. There's anaerobic activity, aerobic activity, flexibility. I'm sure I'm missing something else. But you probably want to have as well-rounded of a program as possible, so as not to create imbalances in your health. For example, let's say you just run 15, 20 miles a day and do no weight training. Your cardiovascular system is going to be really good, but you're not going to be very strong at all. And then if you don't stretch, you're going to have really minimal flexibility. You can go to the other end of the spectrum. You just lift weights. That's all you do. You just lift weights. Well, your cardiovascular system, unless you're doing a specific type of weight training that I'm not going to get into, you are not going to be able to have what they call enough wind. You're not going to have enough cardio to really benefit your body. So you probably want to do a few things. That's why I think people like the gym. I like the gym. I like racquetball. I like tennis. I like doing other things. But at the gym, you can do stretching. You can do classes there. You can do resistance training. You can do cardiovascular training. You can do a lot of different types of things there. But that doesn't mean you're limited to just going to the gym. You can do the world can be your gym. Try walking in soft sand on the beach if you're not used to it. That's a workout. Okay. Try doing whatever exercises or drills in soft sand. That is really unbelievably challenging. So you really want to increase your movement, be it resistance training, anaerobic, aerobic, aka cardiovascular, or some type of stretching. I'm going to break these things down in some other videos, but I know it seems sort of simple. People go, well, what should I do? What should I do? Some people jump rope. I mean, they say the best exercise is the one that you do. So I'm not going to recommend that you do a particular thing. Because if you don't like to do that, what's the likelihood that you'll continue? So exercise is usually one of the last things that people add, and it's one of the first things that goes. And then based off of your nutrition and other interests that you have and other things that are going on in your life, your exercise program should correspond to what you're eating and what you're doing. So that's it for now. More details next.